Every so often there comes a player in the league whose measurements and athleticism defy logic. And in today's game, there are few people who could contain Giannis Antetokounmpo based just off his athleticism alone. Giannis has always been touted for his height and crazy long extendo arms, but coming into the league he was still a string bean. But now Giannis has added immense muscle and stamina to his already long and quick frame, shaping himself into the reigning two-time MVP of the league. So how did he do it? Today we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo's insane Hercules diet and workout. Before we get started today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe below so we can continue making content for you guys. Without further ado, let's see what fuels the Greek Freak. Back when Giannis was drafted in 2013, it really wasn't a surprise that he slipped all the way to the 15th overall pick. He was somewhat of a mysterious player, under-scouted but with a very intriguing physical profile. Even though he was still a raw prospect with an uncompromising jump shot, the Bucks still had to gamble on the 6'11" prospect with a 7'3" wingspan. He was already agile, had a good lateral movement and big hands. The only problem was that he was skinny, really skinny. But that wasn't Giannis' fault. Born to Nigerian parents, his family picked up and moved to Athens, Greece, where Giannis was born. There, Giannis and his family would struggle to meet ends meet, sleeping 3 to a bed and selling glasses and watches to scrape together enough money. Often, food was scarce for the family. So during his time playing throughout the Greek leagues, Giannis had hit tremendous growth spurts, but his nutrition was nowhere near viable enough to beef himself up. But there's no better way to feed yourself and your family than a big old NBA contract. So now that Giannis has all the resources that the NBA allows him, he's able to pack on 50 pounds of muscle since his rookie year. Giannis' diet is mostly predicated on a high-protein and balanced carbohydrate meal plan. Because of his physicality on the court, he's often packing in the protein to build muscle through eating grilled chicken or steak with a bevy of vegetables like most athletes do. But Giannis also takes a very measured approach to his carb intake. He's sure to replenish enough to have viable energy production, but he's still cutting off enough carbs to keep himself slim and agile under all that muscle. So because of that plan of action, a typical day for Giannis starts off with oatmeal, eggs, bacon, and a bunch of fruit. And throughout the day, Giannis goes the small meals route, typically eating around 6 small meals a day consisting of protein-packed salads and of course grilled chicken and veggies. But because of how intense his workouts are, Giannis is usually pounding protein shakes throughout the day, something that, along with his workouts, have allowed him to tumble with the bigs in the league down in the post. And Giannis' dedication to fitness has even bled into his business acquisition, as he currently has stake in Ready Nutrition, which produces items like protein powders, nutritious snacks, and sports drinks. We've all seen how committed Giannis is to the game, so I doubt we'll ever see Giannis slacking off with his diet and coming into a season out of shape. But diet is only half the battle. Giannis' workout routine has been diverse and intense in order for him to shape himself into an all-around athlete, not just a fast and long player. Giannis takes his workouts just as serious as anything else, saying, "It's very important for me to never stop improving. When I'm not on the court playing, I'm in the gym training and building strength. There is no time off. Eating right and exercising is very important to me." That focus on the work off the court has become more and more clear to fans in the past couple of years, especially as off-season photos of Giannis started to show how ripped he's been getting. One particular photo went viral in which Giannis and his 3 older brothers were all flexing with dumbbells in their hands, and Giannis was looking absolutely shredded next to his siblings. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. How has Giannis shaped his upper body? Well, the truth is that he does a whole lot of different workouts. Standing shoulder shrugs, incline presses, a variety of different pull-ups, a variety of different dumbbell raises, different chest presses, machine rows, and overhead presses, lat pull-downs, seated cable scapular retractions, and so much more. Too much for us to bore you down with all the details. But you get the point. Giannis works on seemingly every muscle in his upper body. I mean, he even does neck exercises. But these workouts are probably what has shaped his career the most. Even though Giannis was 6'11" with crazy long arms, his first few years in the league he played more at the 3 with some time at the 4, simply because he wasn't strong enough to compete with the bigs in the league. But now, after all this work, Giannis has paired that length and size with one of the strongest bodies in the league. Now Giannis is primarily seen as a power forward in the league and sees even more minutes at center, both of which seem far more fitting positions for him. Giannis is still lacking in the jump shot department, so it's imperative that he surrounds himself with shooters who could space the floor while he goes to work down low. But in order for that to be possible, Giannis has to become strong enough to both work defenders back into the paint and be able to hold them on the defensive end. Sure, he's got those extendo arms, but there is no way Giannis would have won that Defensive Player of the Year award if he didn't put in the work into his upper body. But what about Giannis's out-of-this-world speed and vertical? Well, he hasn't stopped working on that since he came into the league either. And that laundry list of workouts is just as long as his upper body workouts. Leg presses and curls, Romanian deadlifts, squats, glute ham raises, dumbbell step-ups, hip abduction, multiple exercise ball workouts, lunges. I mean, it just doesn't end. But just as his upper body workouts have made him as strong as the big men in the league, his lower body workouts have pushed him past the rest of the bigs, giving him insane speed and his underrated balance on his way to the rim. Remember when LeBron was called a freight train every time he made his way to the hoop? Well, that's become Giannis' title over the past few years, and it doesn't seem to matter who you put in his way. He's getting to the hoop. And with Giannis' style of play, it's vital that his cardio is still in peak shape. From one of the league's best rim runners, he has to go from blocking shots at the rim on one end into a 100-foot sprint past everyone on the other end for a dunk. So while he alternates upper body and lower body workouts from Monday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday are all about cardio. And even this he throws in a good amount of diversity. Giannis will do anything from sprints in the gym and high-intensity interval training on the treadmill to longer distance running outside and mountains of time spent on a stationary bike. It seems like you can never find Giannis not putting work in, although part of his endurance he believes is due to his rest days. You can work out all you want, but if you don't let your body recover, you'll be no use to your team, so Sundays are strictly for stretching, maybe some yoga, but most importantly, recovery. Giannis has gone on to say about recovery and stretching, "It's the best advice I've ever received. It's important to stretch and take care of injuries when they appear." Giannis' focus on strengthening and resting his body is what has made him so durable and dependable for the Bucks these past few years. There's no way the Bucks hover around 60 wins on the year unless Giannis is consistently on the court. As much as Giannis works out on his body is as much work as he puts into his game. Sure, he's constantly lifting weights and working on cardio, but Giannis may not receive enough credit for the skill-based workouts. He's constantly working with a trainer, doing cone drills, working on footwork in the post, and he's still making strides in his jumper. Hours before games, you'll find Giannis already on the court. He doesn't work on anything flashy just for the cameras, it's all the moves he'll use in the game. Controlling pace on drives to the lane, off the dribble jumpers with a hand in his face, and around the key spot-ups are necessary for Giannis to get warmed up. With Giannis' balance and diverse workouts and diet, it's no wonder he's become one of the most gifted athletes in the league. Sure, he has naturally long arms and height, but the dedication he's put into his body is what has made Giannis a two-time MVP and the almighty Greek freak. That's it for today. Could you do Giannis' diet and workout? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this.